When it comes to sales, the first chapter of my book is actually why you hate sales. And I'm trying to get people to understand the history as to why they have such a hate relationship. But I want to bring it up to you around joy and even your own personal experience. Like, are you someone that's enjoyed sales? Is it something you've actually pushed off to other people? What's your relationship with sales?
Good question. Look, to start off with, I think if you're in business, you're in sales. You just are. It's like, it's not, you might not be selling a specific product, but you're in sales. It's how you engage with people. And I look at businesses that require a few different energies. And for me, it's like you've got this creator energy that is just the person who's just like comes up with a million ideas and is like, yeah, this, that generative energy. Love that. And then for me, another energy would be mover. And that mover energy is somebody who sort of knows what you need to choose today in order to have, the future show up, in order to have something grow, in order to have it expand. And they are two of my favorite energies that I like to be involved in a business. And then there's the connecting. And for me, sales is in the connecting. And it's all across the board. Like, this is a bit of a generalization, but connecting is how you connect with people, how you connect your product to the world or your service to the world or whatever it may be. And it's not my favorite thing, I will say. I am not the sort of person who seeks people. I get on well with people, and I'm very capable of talking to anyone, like man, woman, child, rich, poor, whatever, status, etc. I'm not uncomfortable with that, but I'm very comfortable in my own space, and I'm very comfortable being on my own, and I always have been. So I don't seek people, and so therefore I tend to sort of shy away from, and it's interesting because my job is just filled with dealing with people. So when I'm not, doing seminars and stuff like that, I tend to be a bit of a hermit and just find my own space. So I tend to shy away from sales a lot. And I had a conversation with my friend the other day who is so awesome at sales. And I was commenting about how I didn't really like sales. And he said, Simone, you do realize how great you are at it. And for me, it's like that place of, even when you're on an aeroplane and you meet people, you engage with people. Sales for me is so much about the engagement that you have with people. I know for myself, I will purchase something from someone who engages with me in a way that isn't forceful, that doesn't seem to have an agenda to it. It's like, all of that energy, something that's like creates something greater. It's like people meeting and chatting and engaging. And there's this energy that's just really cool, and it's very it's a contribution is probably a good way to put it. So I think the engagement part of sales is really important. How are you going to engage with this person? How are you going to engage with this business? And treat people like they are. Like, we've been doing some corporate stuff recently, and people are like, I don't know why. People, same thing is like the judgment they have of sales. They're like, oh my God, corporate. And I'm like, they're also just people. Just because it's corporate doesn't mean that it's got to have this scary attitude to it. It's like, these people ate breakfast this morning, maybe, I don't know, went for a run, do all the things that we do. So it's like, and for me, sales so much too is about reading the room. Like, walk into a room, you can have like something you want to talk about, etc. But the second you walk into the room, if that's not applicable anymore, drop it and talk about what is. Talk about what's up.
Yeah. I found that fascinating, the fact that you actually have this, you labeled yourself that sales wasn't necessarily one of your main things, yet, with Access Consciousness, you were kind of one of the top business development managers for the entire company, and you've helped it grow across so many different countries. And to me, building these partnerships is such a key sales role. And I think, as you mentioned, everybody in business is in sales, and sales looks very different and can be very different than just selling a single product to a single individual. Thank you so much for listening to the Selling with Love podcast. We have some previous episodes you can tune into right here. And if you prefer the short form content where you get to the point in under 10 minutes, we do have a ton of clips from our best episodes that are being shared on this channel as well. So pick which one supports you the most. And of course, thank you for liking, subscribing, and of course, selling with love.